Hi, good morning. I am Jessie with Simply Refreshing Life, and today I want to talk to you about something that is very real in my life. I'm gonna go off subject. I know I've been talking about the fruit of the spirit, and I wanted to talk to you about self-control today, but I'm going to talk to you about that tomorrow because today I want to talk to you about something that has been in my heart for the last few days, and I'm just going to be very real and very raw with you, and I hope you excuse me for that. If you see a kid pop up in the background, it's because my kids are home from school. They're in spring break, so they might, I don't know, I hear them, but I can't see them. I want to talk to you about grief. Uh, Grief is something that we all deal with, especially in this time. And I think I speak for a lot of us when we say that we have lost loved ones. And I hear my kids, I just can't see them. Um, Grief is something that we all deal with. And you know what? It doesn't know timeline. It could have been just recently. It could have been a year ago, 2 years ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago. It doesn't matter. Experience the death of a loved one, somebody who's close to you, a friend that is very close to you, it can be devastating. It can be hurtful. Psalms 34:18 says, "The Lord is near the brokenhearted and saves the crushed in spirit." And I think that verse has become like my banner in these days, because it's just been very painful. So let me share with you, for those that don't know. I had a brother. He was my only brother, and he got really sick in 2019 and then in 2020. It wasn't COVID or anything of that. He was dealing with a disease that is extremely rare that I don't even know how to pronounce, you guys. But what I do know about it is that it's a form of vasculitis. That's all I know. That's all I know how to pronounce. In the description of this video, there's a link for the blog, and in the blog I have a link that describes his disease. He was dealing with this for a while. He was really sick in the last few months of his life, unable to speak and unable to move. And it is particularly hard right now because it is the time that he was living in California, and it is the time in mid-March where the governors closed everything, including hospitals, and none of his family members could be with him. And when he passed away last May, he was all alone. None of us were there. I remember that day. I was home, and my mom called me. He was able to FaceTime sometimes with my mom and my dad, and with his wife, obviously, because they had the same iPhone, and the iPhone, I guess, even though it didn't have service, like phone service, it had the ability to, I don't know how it works, but he was able to FaceTime. A nurse will have to bring him his phone to him. He could move one of his hands, and so he was able to hold the phone. And then eventually they tried to get him like a stand so he wouldn't have to hold the phone for a long time. And that day in May, it was around noon, when they called me and they said, "Speak to your brother, he can hear you." I couldn't see him because I have an Android and they have an iPhone, so we couldn't do the FaceTime thing. And he couldn't speak to me or anything, but I was like, trying to talk to him that day. My sister recorded a song for him, and they played it for him. He was in and out of consciousness. We knew that things were turning for the worst. His heart started to swallow and to swell, I should say, to swell. And he was losing the battle to this disease. And around 4 in the afternoon, we received the notice that he had passed away, and his wife couldn't make it on time. Pain of losing somebody is undescribable. And if you have gone through this, you know what I'm talking about. And, you know, we stick together as a family during his funeral and the days after. We were together with my parents, my sister, my sister-in-law, who I just call sister. I don't even call her sister-in-law, I call sister. And that was medicine for all of us. That was just, you know, being together was medicine. But obviously we have to go back to our lives and we have to continue doing what we were doing. And again, it's almost been a year. In May, it's going to be 1 year of his passing. That year, last year, in August, an aunt passed away. She was like my mom. She never had kids of her own, so all her nieces and nephews, we were her kids, and she treated us as such. She was so sweet, and she passed away unexpectedly. And you know, dealing with all this has been really tough for my family. It's been really tough for me because I'm not close to them. I'm in the sense that I don't live close to them. We're close, but we're not like live close to each other. So it's been really tough. You know, to go through this, to see my mom suffer, to see my sisters suffer and everything. You know, some days are better than others. Some days I feel okay. Some days, you know, we're okay. But in this journey, I have learned 3 things. And I'm going to talk to you about 2. And the other one, if you want to read the blog, I put the link in the description of this video. But one of the things that I is it's okay to cry. You know, crying is okay. You don't have to apologize. Sometimes we cry and we're like, I'm so sorry. I don't need to cry. I don't need to cry. It's okay to cry because we are emotional people. We need to cry sometimes, you know, give a good cry. And there's been times that I'm just sitting here and I'm remembering Javier and I were very close. We were close in age as well. I was 2 years older than him. He died when he was 45. And he had just turned 45 in December, and in May he passed. And we will sing together. He will play the piano and I will sing along. We share a lot of life experiences together. And, you know, I remember those things. During the time, there was a time during his journey that he got well. And that was in August of 2019. No, not August, I'm sorry, October of September, late September, early October of 2019. And he was feeling better and he was in recovery. He was like, you know, making progress with his recovery. And so during that time, he will call me on the phone and he will send me text using WhatsApp. And I still have those voice messages from him. And, you know, we had a plan. We were going to pray every day together, every morning. And we were like working out the logistics, because I'm an hour ahead of California. And so we were like, okay, well, we need to work it out at this time so we can play at least 15 minutes together. And we were getting my other sister on board and we were making all these plans. And he wanted to record a CD music doing hymns. And we were having, you know, we were making plans of which hymns we were going to include. And, you know, he wanted to include me in the project. And I was so happy to be in the project. And, you know, all these plans just stayed like that in plans. And so remembering those things, you know, it brings tears to my eyes because, you know, I miss it. So it's okay to cry. It doesn't matter if time has come by. It doesn't matter because, as I said, grief doesn't know timelines. And you don't have to apologize for crying. Of course, there's healing in the process, and I have let God heal my heart. And of course, we all my family have come to understand that Javier is with Jesus, and it brings great comfort to know this, and knowing that he is whole. He doesn't have to suffer anymore. His body is, his physical body is gone, and he's now with Jesus. And so that brings us amazing comfort. Another thing that I have learned, that it's okay to laugh too, and shouldn't be feel guilty about it. If you have experienced the loss of a loved one and you feel guilty because you're enjoying life, you shouldn't. You shouldn't, because your loved one will want you to enjoy life, to laugh with the ones that are surrounding you, with your kids, with your husband, with your parents, I don't know, with your siblings. It's okay to laugh. I remember the days after his funeral, we got together, we were at my sister's house, and the kids were playing this video game that I can't remember what it is, but I think it's called Dance Off or something like that, where you see it's from Xbox, and then you see somebody dancing, in the screen, and then you're dancing along and all that. And we had great laughs. That didn't mean that we were sad, or we were, not lamenting the loss of my brother, but we were enjoying ourselves, and it was okay to laugh. It's okay to continue living, and it's okay to enjoy life. You shouldn't feel guilty about it. It hurts to not share those happy moments with that person that went home or passed away. But there's other people surrounding you that want to see you happy. And it's okay to laugh. There's a third thing, bless you. My child is here now, and he sneezed. There's a third thing that I learned, and I wrote that about it in the blog. So I invite you to check out the blog. Again, in the description of this video, you should see the link for the blog is already published. You can go see it. But don't think that because a year, 2, 3, 4, 5 years have passed, grieving is not necessary anymore. I think grieving is never going to go away. But when we let Jesus just come and heal us and just work in us, we can heal. It's never going to be the same, but we can heal. We can look at life and be thankful for the years that we got to enjoy our loved one. We got to enjoy, that person that was with us, that friend, that brother, that sister, that mom, dad, whoever. And we should be thankful for that. This is the oil that I have for you today to show you. It's called Sarah. Sarah is an empowering blend designed to help soothe emotional wounds. And I talked to you about aromatherapy before, and I told you that aromatherapy works when we smell, and it goes through our brain and to our lymphatic system, and it goes and connects with our emotions. Sarah oil actually helped me with all this. It just kind of helped me balance my emotions when I was going through this, and I have it in the diffuser right now. Because lately I've been remembering my brother more than other days, and I've been just having some off days, and so this has helped me a lot. So this is what I wanted to share with you. If you are dealing with the loss of a loved one, and you like to some coaching about it, with it rather, I do have coaching services that I can help you with. You can book your 15-minute consultation and see if I can help you. The link for that is also in the description of this video. I offer several packages for you available, so you can take a look at that and the website and see which one will work better for you. But I would love to help you with this. You shouldn't go through this alone. That's just the bottom line. You should not go through this alone. And when you go through this with somebody that knows exactly where you're coming from, I think that's a lot better. Like, you feel understood. So I hope I can get to serve you in that area. Contact me. You can send me an email, Jessie@simplyrefreshinglife.com, or you can DM me if you are watching this on Facebook, or if you're watching this on YouTube, you can just send me that email, Jessie@simplyrefreshinglife.com. And I will be more than happy to help you. The link for the website, though, is in the description of this video, so you can also look. Anyway, I went over time again. I'm sorry. I will see you tomorrow. We'll conclude our the spirit of the fruit of the spirit with self-control. We're going to talk about that. I do want to share with you what God has shown me about that. But I just wanted to take a little break and just kind of share with you what is in my heart right now, which is the grief. I will talk to you tomorrow. Have a great Wednesday, and hang on, because Jesus is close to you. Like the word says, he is near to the brokenhearted. Bye.